Hi, Ralf. I would imagine that was a disappointing evening. Could you just explain why your team really was outplayed by Wolves tonight?
Yeah, they were the better team. We have to admit that, especially in the first half, we had big problems to stop them from play their combinational football. It was only in very few moments that we could put them under pressure and take the ball away from them. And even if that happened, we gave it away ourselves too easily. Once again, too many turnovers. And therefore, it was a very frustrating first half for everybody, not only for the staff, also for the players themselves. And that was the reason why we decided to change formation at halftime to a back three and to 4 central midfielders. I thought in the second half we had more control. We had more situations where we were winning the balls and were in possession of the ball. And then, as it is in a game like this, it's the question who will score the first goal. We had a spell of 15 minutes where we could have scored the first goal. We hit the crossbar. We had the header from Cristiano, unfortunately offside. But then again, the goal that we conceded showed our problems once again defensively. I mean, you cannot allow Traore with back to our goal to turn and then knowing that he's one of the faster players, gain speed again, get the cross in. Then we defended the cross. Phil had already headed the ball out of the box, but out of the box, around the box, there was nobody who protected the box and could block the shot. And therefore, we gave away a far too easy goal. It was not that difficult for Moutinho to take that shot.
Sam Luckhurst.
Hi, Ralf. What was your thinking behind taking Mason off specifically, and were you surprised by how negatively a section of the crowd reacted to the change?
I mean, the question was, shall I take off Mason or shall I take off Eddie? That was the question. We decided to keep Eddie as the more offensive, the more striker of the two on the pitch, and take off Mason. Yeah, that was my call. We could have also done it in a different way, but it shows that how highly or how the fans like Mason as a homegrown player. And as I said, until then, his effort and his performance was not outstanding, but at least he was one of the better players today.
James Ducker.
Hi, Ralf. Are the problems you have with United bigger than you thought when you first arrived at the club?
Well, I don't know. I knew that it would be a difficult job. That was also the reason why they contacted me and signed me. So I knew from the start that it wouldn't be an easy job to find the best possible balance with regard to the players that we have offensively and defensively, and therefore it was important for me to make sure that we don't concede that many goals. But again, today it showed against a good team. Wolves, they are one of the better teams in possession of the ball, and on the other hand, not so easy to create chances ourselves. It still showed that we are struggling and that we still have quite a few steps to take.
Simon Peach.
Continuing that theme, you've got a week now until your next game. Hopefully you don't have any COVID issues to deal with. What do you need to work on to get this control and consistency that you want?
As I said, it's always a question of balance. How much do you need to create chances offensively, and how compact do you have to be to defend your own goal? And this is what it's all about. And again, finding the best possible players for the formation, and hopefully then and make sure that every player plays in his best possible position.
David McDonald.
Hi, Ralf. You said that reputations don't count for much for you personally, but are there too many players in this United team playing on reputation alone rather than earning your right to play?
Sorry, I didn't. It was. I couldn't understand.
Feedback, David. Could you say it again?
Yeah, you said that reputations don't mean anything to you. Players have to earn the right to play, to be picked. Are there too many players in this team at the moment playing on reputation rather than earning the right to play?
I don't think so. I mean, so far I have put those players on the pitch who deserved, in my opinion, to play, and that has also been the case today against Wolves.
Okay, last question, Simon Peach.
Well, just I know it was difficult about remembering your players, but Phil Jones did well in his first match for nearly 2 years. Just wondering where.
Sorry, I couldn't understand because it was very loud here outside. Say again, please.
I was just wondering what you thought of Phil Jones's performance this evening, and how do you plan to use him for the rest of the season?
I think he did well. I mean, bearing in mind that he hasn't played for 2 years on that level, you didn't see that in the game. He played as if he had played in the last couple of weeks and months. So it was definitely not a problem of Phil Jones that we were not able to have more control on the game and win the game at the end.